Thanks very much there. Okay, let's then turn to one of our newsmakers of the day. Joining me now, Shazia Ilmi, now a member of the BJP, formerly with the Aam Aadmi Party, one of its telegenic faces that they had during the last elections. Appreciate your joining us, Shazia. Simple question. You and others today, whether it's Krishna Tirath, whether it's a Kiran Bedi, yourself are being accused of being parachute politicians. How do you respond to this charge of being a parachute politician who is driven by pure political opportunism?
First of all, I'd like to just say this, that I wish I wasn't just a telegenic face of Aam Aadmi Party. I'd like to see myself as a foot soldier of Anna Hazare movement. I was a journalist pretty much like you. I mean, not as senior as you, I'm sure. But I've done my bit. I've been in the grind.
Take your point. Let's turn to the big question.
Yes,
are you a parachute politician, ma'am?
Yes. No, I think people who are talking about parachute politicians are indeed people like Ashutosh, who are actually working with media, and after Arvind became the CM, decided to get on and get a ticket. And I'm not even a candidate, so I don't know why I'm being called a parachute politician.
Because you've changed sides.
Any new party.
Because you've changed sides and rather dramatically. Just hold on.
Yes.
On March 16, 2014, in an interview you say that you had to choose between a person who is a threat to democracy, i.e. Modi, and one who would emerge as a champion of Swaraj, i.e. Arvind Kejriwal. That's just 9 months ago.
Yes. Absolutely, but so much has transpired in the 9 months.
What has changed?
Aam Aadmi Party,
what has changed? What has changed in 9 months for you to stop seeing Narendra Modi as a threat to democracy?
Yes, Rajdeep. Rajdeep, if you allow me to speak, I will.
Go ahead.
Can I speak now?
Yes.
I had an interview with you while I was in Aam Aadmi Party, so to speak, and you asked me that you feel shortchanged and you want to leave. Aam Aadmi Party stood for that space of politics of transformation, but Aam Aadmi Party deteriorated, degenerated into a cult from a cause. It retreated and backtracked on every principle it espoused. If you see what's become of Aam Aadmi Party, is pathetic. In fact, during Anna Hazare movement, and the person who rose to the challenge of political transformation, politics of transformation, was more BJP than Aam Aadmi Party, because Aam Aadmi Party became a Me Too party.
But why did
Look
you
at the presence of all the corporators?
I take your point.
Let me finish.
I can take your point that you're disillusioned with the Aam Aadmi Party. Why did you go to the BJP, whose leader you said is a threat to democracy in 2014, wanted him to be in jail in 2012?
Friend, I want to answer.
Yes.
Absolutely, but you see the evangelism in BJP. You see in the Lok Sabha elections, BJP today is a very different BJP from yesteryears. In your own book, you write about, going away of Swadeshi kind of politics, this freshly minted BJP. These are your words from your book. Rajiv, you of all the people shouldn't be saying this. Who was the biggest critic of Narendra Modi? All of media spoke against Narendra Modi, but all accusations, all judgments, all investigation just proved one point, that indeed it was part of propaganda. And I do understand propaganda. And
so you think you fell for propaganda? Is that what you're saying, that you fell for propaganda, that Narendra Modi was communal? No, hold on. Did you fall for propaganda? Do you believe that today Narendra Modi is not communal? No. He's the right leader for India.
I'll have to finish. That's what I was coming to. If you had not asked me this question, I would have come to this anyway, on my own. So I really feel that the new blueprint of BJP, what it stood for, because Lok Sabha elections this time and Lok Sabha elections of yesteryears, we see a new agenda in BJP. We have seen no mention of Ram Mandir. As far as Article 370 is concerned, we see what our BJP stand was, and all the fringe lunatic statements that have been made have not been endorsed, supported by any of the central meters or the Prime Minister. On the other hand, for the first time, there was an invocation of Mahatma Gandhi. I see the spectacles, on every poster of Mahatma Gandhi talking about Swachh Bharat. Could you imagine BJP of yesteryears doing that?
So you think Narendra Modi has changed or BJP has changed? Sajja, just a minute. Who has changed? Who has changed?
Yes,
Narendra Modi or the BJP?
Narendra Modi ji, I think both. Under his leadership, there has been an evangelism of sorts. There has been a serious transformation. Bureaucracy has been streamlined to a huge extent. There has been no corruption scam for the last 9 months.
So you don't see the RSS as communal anymore? You don't see the RSS or the BJP as communal as you saw them in 2012, 2013? How do you see them now?
I find Congress, yes, I find Congress, Samajwadi Party, very as communal parties. Every time when you talk about RSS, the presumption is that RSS is communal and Congress Party is not. And for the last 5 years, in every debate of mine, even when I was part of Anna Hazare movement, we were accused of the same, that RSS people are helping you. But I said this is a fight for probity, for transparency, against corruption.
I take your point, but is it seems to an average person, it seems like a 360 degrees U-turn. No, just a minute, Shazia. Shazia, just a minute. You've spoken. I'm just going to ask you a straight question. You seem to have taken, many believe, a 180 degrees turn because you were very critical of Narendra Modi. No, just a minute. You were very critical of Narendra Modi and the BJP till March of this year. The only change is BJP is now a majority government.
Against UPA. Rajdeep, if you follow, I think you are thinking of the history from Vidhan Sabha to Lok Sabha, 6 months. If you see Anna Hazare Andolan 2011 to 2013 election, when Congress was the enemy, we were talking against UPA. In fact, I was accused by so many pseudo-secularists. How can you do this? You're promoting BJP. But I stood my ground. What vilification I went through simply because of my name, and I have a Muslim name, and I do speak for minorities.
Do you see yourself as a token Muslim today in the BJP? Do you see yourself as a token Muslim? This is a party which did not give a single ticket to a Muslim in Uttar Pradesh. Do you see yourself as a token Muslim? Do you believe the BJP has equal place for Muslims?
Muslims are seen as token Muslims everywhere. Let me tell you, Salman Khurshid is a token Muslim even for Congress. Azam Khan is a token Muslim only for Samajwadi Party.
Does the BJP have place for Muslims?
To the Muslim community
Does the BJP have equal space for Muslims today?
Let me finish. Rajdeep, what is the matter with you? I think you're behaving like some other anchor of another channel right now.
You're not answering my question, ma'am. Does the BJP have equal space,
I'm answering
you
a
believe,
question
for Muslims?
only if you allow me to speak.
Yes.
Rajdeep, only if you allow me to speak will I speak.
Yes, go ahead.
Give me a chance.
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
I have views on the subject. I have views on the subject. I have lots to say. You keep talking about RSS, and I think it's become a pet theme. But minority communalism or majority communalism, I think it's it helps each other. They're two sides of the same coin. I really think Muslims of this country, and I'm looking at in fact, the largest minority, 25 crores of Muslims, cannot be excluded from the process of governance or government. I think it's time for Muslims not to be political slaves anymore to this kind of and being kept in a state of constant fear, which is exactly what Congress and Samajwadi Party have done. Right. Handsome is what handsome does. Please see the track record of all these parties, and I have spoken about it not just now but many times, and I will dig out my old interviews.
But can if I dig out your tweets, you were calling for Mr. Modi to be jailed. You were calling for Mr. Modi to be jailed.
Yes, because we believed in Arvind Kejriwal. We really I thought of BJP a certain way. I was very critical of the BJP.
So you were misled.
You're absolutely right.
So you were misled.
No, I was not misled. No, let me answer. I was not misled. This was part, if you remember 2002, as a normal citizen, we were very curious as to what happened about Gujarat riots. But we waited and we saw. And in 6 months, I was happily vindicated when I heard Narendra Modi talk about Muslims carrying a computer in one hand and Quran in the other. I did not see anything divisive or inflammatory. Even when I joined the party, I did raise these issues, and I was told categorically by all senior leaders that please be yourself.
But why did you join only 3 weeks before the election? Why did you join only 3 weeks before the election? Then the perception is that you want to go on to a winning ticket.
Because I can help. No, I don't want a winning ticket. There are very few. See,
on the winning side. You want to be on the winning side.
Everybody want a ticket.
You want to be on the winning side.
I want to be with the government. I want to work with policy. I want to work with decision making. I want to tell people as to how full of deceit Aam Aadmi Party is. How much it's taking people for a ride.
So you've joined the BJP to expose the Aam Aadmi Party. You haven't joined the BJP because you are committed to the core values of the BJP, the ideology of the RSS, the Hindutva ideology. Are you committed to that also?
No. Let me tell you, BJP is just not an ideology. Right now it's a party in power. It's in the center. And all those pseudo-secularists who want to keep Muslims out of BJP and have less negotiating space for themselves and to be secluded in a corner and be living in a state of fear are actually doing the biggest disservice to Muslims.
Okay.
I want to be with a party which is in the government, where I can work with policy and initiatives. And I don't want to work only with minorities and gender, Rajdeep.
Okay.
I'm a regular Muslim. Please don't stereotype me. I want to work with governance. I want to work with gender. I want to work with skill sets. I want to work with better delivery service mechanisms.
Even if it means forsaking, even if, as your critics are saying, you forsaken your principles or the thing or the values that you believed in to do that, and which is why you are being called a parachute politician or an opportunist.
No. But how? If I was asking for a ticket, but here I am refusing a ticket, how am I a political opportunist? So it's very convenient when an Ashish Khetan does a quid pro quo and gets a ticket, or a Ashutosh for good publicity, and Arvind Kejriwal wants to be a CM, then they are not political opportunists. When I'm joining a party, refusing a ticket, and wanting to work on serious matters which I want to work with, by sanitation, smart cities, then I'm an opportunist. So then it becomes nationalism, and now it becomes opportunism.
Okay.
These are double standards.
Okay.
These are complete double standards.
Okay, so you're accusing your critics in a sense of double standards, Shazia Ilmi. You're saying that you yourself are simply going in a sense to change because you believe the BJP and Narendra Modi have changed.
No, there are two things.
Yes.
The timing you want to know.
Yes.
See, this would have been a very fair point had I asked for a ticket and had I been contesting.
But I believe you want some post. You want some post after the election. I'm told you want to be on the Delhi State Women's Commission. You want to be somewhere. You like the idea of being in the limelight. Aam Aadmi Party may not give you the limelight.
You can be told. Sure, Aam Aadmi Party gave me limelight when they needed me. When they got
so they used you.
They followed the policy of use and throw. They got rid of me.
Right.
Just like they have of many other people.
You don't worry that the BJP will use you. The BJP will use you as a woman, as a Muslim, and then throw you.
You know something? I'm not asking for anything, so I can't be thrown away.
Okay.
If I'm working quietly on policy issues, and you'll see whether what I get and what I won't get in some time. And I think people like you should want good people who've been professionals, who worked hard to enjoy good positions instead of political appointments. I think the country needs good professionals in politics instead of professional politicians.
Okay, the country needs people who will professionalize politicians instead of professional politicians. You're not a parachute politician is what you claim. Shazia Ilmi, as always, a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for joining us as our newsmaker this evening.